This is not a trick. This is real. Even solid objects like this. This is nanotechnology. Of course, it's a secret how it works, but it's going to be available to everyone very soon. I don't know how is that going to be done, because can you imagine terrorists, invisible terrorists, or invisible criminals, or whatever? Okay, for the first time in history, a Mexican whose name is Pedro Avila, a man that should be invited to this country, to this Congress, a man who has muscular dystrophy. All he has is a very small window. On July 17, he was recording with 2 cameras over the same tripod at the same time. This is the first camera. There is an object there. Can you see it? No, you can't, because it's impossible, because it's not visible in the normal spectrum. But fortunately, what Pedro did, this man, was to record with a second camera over the same tripod, one camera over the other. And then you can clearly see the object. It means this object was invisible to the eye. Doesn't this prove this real phenomenon? Is that exactly real? Do we have invisible spheres at this moment? And now you can see how suddenly just disappears. And now let me present you both cameras recording the same object at the same time, and then you will realize how important is this video. I think now, around the world, all the sky watchers in the sky need to be using infrared and doing what this man, Pedro Avila, did, who has so many incredible videos too. There, you can see very clearly, there is nothing in here. It's the same angle, everything, and the object is right there. Nothing in here, and the object is in the second with the infrared. The object should be here, and you don't see it. I don't think this has done ever before in history. This is the first ever done this way. It means there is a presence. It means that what we suspected for so long is real. They can watch us and we cannot see them. And that explains so many other things, so many other events. As we saw, with the military, there are formations. They make formations. Here is just very briefly some videos of these so-called clusters or fleets that have been recorded through time in Mexico, like this one, recorded in 2001, where you can see geometrical formations standing in the sky. This is just outside Mexico City, right in the path of the airplanes going to the airport. You can see that the objects have energy because they reflect energy even through the clouds. since 1994, this was the first video we had from these fleets. We know sometimes they stand still. Most of the time, they stand still. But many other times, they can move all of them together, or they can move to make different figures. For me, this cluster phenomenon is related to the crop circles in England. We have signs in the ground, on the ground, and we have signs in the sky. Figures, geometrical figures. You can see here more than 100 or probably 200 objects making a formation and standing still. Many, many times we have a few dozens of videos of this kind. Sometimes they move to make formations or figures or okay, that's history. What is going on now? Okay, let me present you 3 or 4 of these new videos. This recorded 21st of June 2004 over Cuernavaca near Mexico City, 100 kilometers away. You can see a cluster and all of them moving together, making a formation, moving in the same direction, at the same speed, at the same level. As you see, they keep the formation all the time. We can see clearly intelligence there because of this condition. Are you prepared for the next one? Okay. Guadalajara, June the 10th, 2004. I knew.